Hi everyone, in this video we are going into the second part of chapter 3 of the book Reading Made Easy. In the last video we treated three-letter words with the middle vowels as A and E, and in this video we'll be treating when the middle vowel is E, O, and O. So without wasting much of our time, let's get started. P-E-G, pig. F-E-G, fig. P-E-N, pin. T-E-N, tin. N-E-B, nib. B-E-B, bib. So we move on to the next page, and on that page we have rhyming words with vowel E. So we move on. B-E-G, big. D-E-G, dig. G-E-G, gig. R-E-G, rig. G-E-G, jig. P-E-T, pit. B-E-T, bit. K-E-T, kit. C-E-T, sit. F-E-T, fit. D-E-N, din. C-E-N, sin. W-E-N, win. F-E-N, fin. P-E-N, pin. F-E-L, fill. K-E-L, kill. E-L, ill. As we have said before, we assume that the letter H is not there for convenience sake, so we move on and say E-L, ill. W-E-L, will. T-E-L, till. Z-E-P, zip. T-E-P, tip. L-E-P, lip. C-E-P, sip. D-E-P, dip. L-E-D, lead. B-E-D, bid. The same thing here. We assume this is not there, and then we say E-D, eat. D-E-D, did. K-E-D, kid. G-E-M, Jim. R-E-M, rim. Same thing here. We assume it's not there, and then we say E-M, im. C-E-M, sim. D-E-M, dim. So we move on to the next page, and that page will be reading. So on this page we will be using the words from chapter 2. Those are the two-letter words in chapter 2, and then the three-letter words we've studied, the ones in here in A and E together with the E. So on this page we have about 3 sight words. We have 3 sight words. We have this. We have the and a. So then we have 4. We have another one into. So what we just do is to highlight the sight words. As I have said before, the sight words are words that you learn by just looking at them, by saying them, by sight. You don't need to spell, pronounce, or do anything. Just know them by sight. And what we used to do in our own school is to write the sight words on flashcards and give it to the pupils to take home so that they can learn, play with it, and then by the time they come the following day, the 4 or 5 sight words you gave to them, they must have mastered them. So you go ahead, you allow the child to read the short sentences from beginning to the end. Please be careful, don't allow them to memorize any of the sentences or passages. Make them to sound out the 3-letter words, the 2-letter words, and then call out the sight words without any spelling. So if they are slow, don't bother, be patient. that's when they are getting it. When they are slow, that means they are getting it. But when they are too fast, that means probably they must have memorized the entire thing and the goal will not be achieved. So the slower they read at the beginning like this, the better. Unlike just memorizing and then coming to pour them out like a memorizing machine, that will not work. So from here, we go on to the next page. And on that page, we have rhyming words with vowel A. In this one, we have 3-letter words following the pattern CVC. The vowel here is A in between 2 consonants. So we go ahead and say D-O-G, dog, L-O-G, log, P-O-T, pot, K-O-T, cut. Then when you get to this place, because the X is occurring at the end of the word, and this will make it to be a little bit difficult to sound out in phonics, just go ahead and say box, fox. Then we move on to the next page, and on that page we have a table having rhyming words with vowel O, and with vowel O means the O is in between 2 consonant. This is starting with letter H sound. So what we just do is to assume it's not there. So we move on and say oggy, og, foggy, fog, boggy, bug, loggy, log, doggy, dog, pot, pot, kot, cut, ot, ot, dot, dot, GOT, got, POD, pod, COD, sod, ROD, rod, KOD, cord, NOD, nod, MOP, mop, TOP, top, POP, pop, OP, up, MOC, mouse. In this one, we are having 2 sound C, 2 of them following each other, so we call them as just one. So you say me or C, you don't need to say me or C, no, the 2 sound will be called as one. So you say me or C, mouse, T or C, toss, L or C, loss. Then for the X sound, as I've said, you can just say ox, fox, box. You need to be careful here while teaching the kids to ensure that they are not saying us. There is key inside X. So you say ox, there is key inside. You say fox, not force. You say fox, there is key inside, box. So it's a X. So box, fox, ox. So ensure they call it correctly. So CRB, sub. RB, Rob, BRB, Bob. And after completing this table, then we move on to the reading. And on that table, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sight words. You write the 4 of them on flashcards. The 4 of them on flashcard. We have a, and we have that. We have that, and we have this. So you write the 4 sight words on a flashcard. You give to the child. Let them take it home and bring the next day. So as I've said again, I will go back. Please prevent memorization. Memorization is outdated. It's not a good method to teach kids how to read. So if they are slow, that means they are getting it. If they are too fast, then you have to be suspicious, or probably they must have memorized it. So you say, that is the fox. That fox is big. The big fox is in the box. And from the beginning to the end, and teach them the rule of full stop. Say, that is the fox. That fox is big. because as a beginner, they might not know the rule of full stop, so you tell them to stop when there is full stop, to pause and then move on the way they should. So we move on to the next page from here, and that is dealing with rhyming words with vowel up. Rhyming words with vowel up. Please, this is very important. I'm very sure most teachers will not have problem with this place because of the examples we have, but at times some people might be funny and they might want to be calling this u, or they want to call it you, but it's not you as we have in computer, and it is not u, the one we have in put, but this is so we say g-o-g, jog, me-o-g, mug, C-O-N, son, G-O-N, gun, K-O-P, cop, P-O-P, pop. So we move on to the rhyming words table with vowel R as the middle sound. B-O-G, bug, G-O-G, jog, me-O-G, mug, O-G, og. The same thing you do here, you assume the letter H is not there, call the O and G, O-G, og, re-O-G, rug, ni-O-T, not, G-O-T, jot, K-O-T, cut, B-O-T, but, O-T, hot, C-O-N, son, F-O-N, fun, G-O-N, gun, B-O-N, bun, re-O-N, run, G-O-M, gum, C-O-M, some, me-O-M, mom, T-O-M, tom, O-M, K-O-B, cob, T-O-B, tub, re-O-B, rub, D-O-B, dub, P-O-B, pub, K-O-D, cord, B-O-D, bud, me-O-D, mud, D-O-D, dud, P-O-P, pop, K-O-P, cup, C-O-P, sup. So we move on to the next page, and that is reading for the sound. So when we get to that page, we just need to read from the beginning to the end, making sure the pupils are not memorizing. Let them sound out. The slower I guess, the better. So you say the G-O-G, the jog. The G-O-G, jog. The jog is on the re-O-G, rug. The jog is on the rug. The re-O-G, rug. The rug is for me or me, mom. So on this page we have two sight words. We have the and for. That means you need to prepare two flashcards, one having the other one having for. So you give to the pupils to take home. As I've said, the sight words are not to be sound out like the phonics. Sight words means sight words. Look at it and pronounce it by sight. The, for. So you give them this. When they see this T-H-E, they know it is the. No need to say T-H-E, the. Just say the, for. And then with this, they should be able to read through from beginning to the end. If you have benefited in any way from this video, please don't hesitate to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos on phonics to improve the reading skills of your kids. Thanks for watching.